This is such a beautiful backlight. I love the wheel, dude. Oh my god.
Thank you. Thank you. It's
amazing.
All stolen assets I'm not going to give credit for.
No, I mean, that's my entire stream.
Yeah. True. Before we get into it, before we get too far into this, I feel like you and I, Chaz, in a lot of ways, are kindred spirits. And that we both have chaos in our hearts. So I would like to ask you, instead of asking chat or instead of taking it on my own, how would you like this interview to go? Are we being like balls to the wall crazy? Yeah, or are we gonna be?
Let me tell you. See, on my stream, we embrace chaos. We grab it by the balls.
That's
good.
Let
them know.
Why the knife?
Who's boss?
All right, well that's a tone setter if I've ever seen one, Jet.
All right.
All right.
I warned you, Poison. This is a brand risk. You're throwing everything on the line by having me here.
No, and that's why I say you and I believe have plenty in common. In that we both have a very cultivated character we play, but it comes from the heart. And that's a big reason that I wanted to have you on and talk to you a little bit, because from the very first time I saw your stream, your Chazran persona has fascinated me. So before we get too deep into like specifics, tell me a little about you, either you or Chaz or what we're seeing. Just who is Chazran?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So let me think of how to explain this here.
Well, you do
so
that.
I started streaming like about a year ago.
I'm gonna open an adult beverage too.
Oh, that.
Not a common thing here on the Poison Type stream, but you know. All right. Cheers, Jess.
So I started streaming like about, I want to say a year ago, right? Like middle of the pandemic, bored out of my mind. We're all in lockdown. I think a lot of people can kind of relate to that because that's really when Twitch started blowing up. And I just had a camera and I pretty much went live, played video games, did not have this whole get up going. And one day I hosted a game show. I hosted Wheel of Fortune. We had viewers playing in the chat to win prizes, and the stream was phenomenal. I had, like, at the time, I think, like 15 people, which was like an all-time peak, an all-time high for me. I was through the moon about it. You know, when you first break that, like, that double-digit number
yes.
in the stream game, oh my gosh. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start doing this.
Pure
Forgot to turn off all my stream noises, but thank you for the Biznetics. But yeah, that's the dream, right? Just do something that resonates with people and build a following. But why specifically did you say I want to do a game show? What was it about Wheel of Fortune? What drew you to that specifically? Because this isn't a common path for content creators to just go on and be like, boom, I'm the host here.
Yeah, you know, it's non-traditional. I think the inspiration came from a streamer. His name's Pay Money Wubby. He's like a very well-known streamer. Yeah, you know Wubby, right? And he did this stream. It was called The Price is Scuffed, which was a take on The Price is Right. And he built this whole elaborate set. He had a production crew. It was like the first big-scale production I've seen from like a single large streamer put together. And I was laughing hysterically.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Oh my God. I absolutely have to figure out a way to do that. But how can I do it on a smaller scale in a way that I can churn and burn, kind of put these games together so that way I can have viewers play? Because obviously he had people planned out that were coming on and actually playing and stuff. I'm like, how can I streamline this in a way that'll get people onto the show easily and then stick around afterwards?
Yeah. So from the very beginning, that was like something you specifically had in mind for the Chaz persona, was like the game show business. That's kind of cool.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I mean, that's like I think I was like 3 months in, 2 months in. I started off playing like scary games because I started in October of last year. So I was trying to go for like a reactionary, scary type content because it's easy. All you do is you scream like a little girl. Everyone loves seeing grown men cry. So,
of course.
I like did that. And then after I saw that stream, I was like, I have to try this. So I went over to Goodwill, got some gear together, and you know what you see in front of you is pretty much what's been live on Twitch for the past 10 months, we call it.
Yeah, I mean it's jarring because I've known you for like, well not like you're jarring, you are a little bit, but like looking back at your older clips, doing a little bit of research for the Poison Talks, you know, it's like it looked like you started to piece together your image, your brand, as things went. Like, even your old emotes that doesn't have the fake mustaches, the crazy hair, the glasses. Like, was that something you had in mind? Well, no, was that something you had in mind? Because there's a charm to it that, like, you see that and that's Chaz, then you see you and like your big bombastic personality and that's also you. Like, was it a gradual build-up? Or was it something you were ideally building towards, like this larger-than-life person that you show off, or was it like piecemeal, like, oh, I'll do a fake mustache, that's funny, I'll get some glasses, that's funny, and was it one thing at a time?
Not even. So it actually kind of happened overnight, and the true reason why this is like what people see now is actually because of like my real life job. Because I had someone took a clip of me doing a hydrate train. I'm sure you guys are familiar with that.
Best meme on Twitch.
Aggressively, chug water to a Russian EDM song.
Yeah.
But someone took a clip and they put it on live stream fails, and it blew. It got like 400 or 500 views. Not that that's like groundbreaking views, but it registered to me that like, you know what? I am putting this out on the internet. There's a slight chance, a small chance, but a slight chance that my boss pulls me into her office, sits me down, and turns the monitor around and says, "What the fuck is this? And what are you doing?"
Sure. Right.
And I was like, you know what? I need to do a little better job at concealing my identity. Now, given there's still clips out there with like me without the get up, you can obviously find them. It's not really that hard to look for it, but at least I'm making somewhat of an effort to mask the identity, because the last thing I want, honestly, is for my boss to pull me in and say you're fired because I'm memeing on the internet as a fake game show host. So a video game streaming platform.
So it's a little bit of both sides then, is what you're saying. It's like part of a cover for your real life and part of you're just an entertaining guy to watch like this. Okay.
Yeah, I mean the personality is not fake. I'm not like playing a character. How I am on stream is exactly how I am off stream.
Well,
the only difference being is I have a little bit of a get up.
Right, and I guess that leads.
Wait, give me take a TV timeout. I minimized your stream.
I
pulled it back up, and you do something with your hair?
Oh, thank you for noticing. It's an homage.
You get a perm?
So that's a segue into my next question, whereas like the issue.
Have you been talking to me this entire time like that?
It's a transformation, Chaz. Choose my character, ChazranTV. Thank you, Danger. Listen, so the idea of the duality between the online persona and who you are is fascinating to me. Like there's certainly people like Dr. Disrespect, who I'm not sure if we can even say that name on Twitch, who are very clearly like deep in a character. And there's other streamers who just come on as like, no, this is just kind of who I am. And then I feel like you and I live, and most streamers who aim for entertainment like in the way you and I do, toe the line a little bit. And there's not, if not a disconnect, there's certainly like, how much of the character you play, you were just talking about it, is extra for the cameras, and how much of it is literally how you would be off camera? Because I think naturally, like we play it up because we know we have an audience, right?
It's so easy to, once the camera's on you, I feel like you'll do just about anything for content. content. I feel like everyone is that way, especially in like a live streaming environment.
Well, true, but at the same time, it's obvious to me, because I watch a lot of Twitch, when somebody is very clearly hamming it up and it doesn't fit their character, and it's not as natural as it could be.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and that's something I really appreciate about you, and something I strive for in my own content, is that while I am putting on a show, and while you are putting on a show, there's an honesty to it. And I think that makes, like, all the difference in the world, you know what I mean?
I could not agree more. I think you're very entertaining. You know how to build a community, and you're definitely one of the genuine personalities on Twitch. Because you can tell when you go to other people's streams sometimes, you know, if you're a streamer out there yourself, you know, I think that was the first thing that I really did when I started streaming. I'd say like 2 months in, is I'd go back and I'd watch my content, and I would see the days where, you know, I didn't have really a lot of viewers. It was a lower number. And I watched and I'm like, you know what, I wasn't really being myself, or I wasn't talking, or I wasn't being entertaining. You know, you have to sit back and watch your content and think, is this actually good content? Like, would I myself go and watch myself on Twitch based on the different stream? And I think that's, you know, that's tough for some people.
Well, sure. And I recognize that if chat is quiet, if you're just trying to start, if you're not established, like, it's always the most difficult to talk, like, feel like you're shouting into the void and nothing is coming back to you. But on that note, like, where do you find the energy? Because you are Mr. Personality at all times that I've ever seen you live. Like, where does that come from? What do you draw from? Like, do you have inspirations? You mentioned Pay Money Wubby, but like specific people that have helped you build not just your character, but who inspire you as a streamer, as a person?
No, that's a great question. I definitely watch a lot of big streams. I watch the Pay Money Wubby. I'd say my like Mount Rushmore of Twitch streamers in my world would be Pay Money Wubby, Ludwig, maybe Mizkif. You know, people that are really pushing the needle in the Twitch space, that are reinventing it to more than just a video game streaming platform. They're finding ways to use it as really like its own television channel. And one thing I really appreciate about that is, or what I try to build my content around is not so much quantity. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but you know, I only stream once, maybe twice a week, every Sunday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yeah, please show.
And the reason for that is because I want to put on a show. I can't believe that people will actually take time out of their day to sit at a desk or sit on their phone and actually watch me do whatever it is I'm doing. And if people are going to take time out of their day to watch me, I want to be able to put on a show to the point where they're going to be entertained, to the point where they're going to want to come back and see what the next show is going to be.
Sure.
Obviously, I have filler streams every now and then, right? Because I'm like, hey guys, I didn't really have, you know, anything planned for today. I'm just gonna, you know, watch YouTube videos or roll marbles or something. Not to hate on marbles. I know you got a big marble tournament coming out. In fact, that's what I'm.
I learned it from watching you, Chaz.
Not trying to like leak all the stream secrets, but if people are rolling marbles because they don't feel like playing Spelunky, they ain't got shit planned today.
Well, okay, part of it might be that. Part of it might be, yeah, I just died with True Crown again. Like, I hate this game and everything. Let's play marbles. But I think marbles is just like a super easy game to interact with, where you can just like, all you have to do is type play, and all of a sudden you're invested. And I really like the idea of content like that, where it's, I don't want to say low effort, but like the investment for what you're putting into the stream compared to the involvement you get out of it. Games like marbles and like your game shows, like it's so easy to get invested in a narrative, even if you don't know who the streamers that are playing Wheel of Fortune are, even if you don't know who Chazran is talking to. Like, mustaches in my mouth. You know what I mean? I feel like the return the return on what you do is so high, that as far as like people getting into it. Like, and I feel like that's gotta do a lot to help retain viewership. And on that note, like what do you think has been the biggest thing you've done to help build a community like around yourself? Are there any specific steps you've taken, like, oh, that worked out really well, or maybe that didn't, or?
I think the schedule definitely helps. Like if you're out there and you're streaming and you don't have a set schedule, you're just gonna kind of go live whenever you want. You're not really gonna get recognized, right?
Sure.
If you stream, like for me, for example, right? Every Sunday and Thursday, I'm gonna be live at 7 p.m. Central Time. No matter what I have planned on, people will know and they'll have it ingrained in their head that I'm live on Sunday and Thursday. You have a similar schedule, I believe, right? Well, not you. You stream more. I think you do. What do? You do Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Look at you go. Yeah, I do.
Is it all right? All right.
And I totally agree.
I know that. I've only been to your stream, you know, like a few. Obviously, we've interacted in multiple streams together.
Sure.
But like, that's your schedule. That's what you have in fine print, and people will know exactly what time, exactly what day you're going to be live. And just through that, people coming back and back and back every single stream, they're going to get to know each other. And really getting Twitch chatters to communicate with each other is so huge, because that's how you really build a community, right? It's not so much what I'm doing or what you're doing, it's what Twitch chat's doing.
Right.
And to just going back to your original point, you know, something like a marbles is a great way to just get involved and interact, because you can just have the balls rolling. Everyone's got skin in the game because they have their marble on the course and they want it to win.
Sure.
And it's really easy to pay attention to chat and read every single message, opposed to something like, you know, if you're playing like a Rocket League, for example. I don't know if you ever played Rocket League, but that game, it's, unless you're a god tier Rocket League player, it's so impossible to read chat and focus and play on the game. You either have to do one or the other.
Sure.
And, yeah.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing with Spelunky, and I feel like part of why I've seen success is because I'm able to play the tough game and also focus on chat, because I have no sense of self-preservation. But like, but yeah, I feel like a lot of time, like if I didn't say anything for a whole stream, which I don't plan on doing, but like if I did play a game where I was super involved, like knowing that chat is here for each other too, where chat is here for like the community aspect of it. I think that's one of the most important things, as well as scheduling, like you said. That's been huge for me. You're right. But I feel like having people around, not for the games you play or even necessarily the content you create, but for you and for each other, is, I don't know, everything. And it seems like chat's having a good time even today. So yeah, thanks for coming by, chat.
I turn it down every now and then. At first, like when you went live, and I haven't had this feeling since I think the first game show I ever put. But I was like nervous. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, they're all here for you. We got 70 people waiting for you to do a trick. Gonna smash into the keyboard,
dude. I got
no. No, yeah, no. Conserve your energy, Chaz. We got a ways to go. So on the topic of Spelunky, that's my main game.
Can I do a flip? I cannot do a flip. I can try to do a backflip.
You can't do a backflip?
Content. Yeah, I can. No, I can absolutely not do it.
Now is not the time. I would like this interview.
I'm 6'2", 240. There's nothing's flipping anymore.
You're 6'2"?
I'm sorry.
I heard that.
I am 6'2". Despite popular opinion, everyone's gonna say that I'm fucking short. All right, and it's 100% not true. Like, if you look at, look at this.
Is this man gonna get a yardstick?
I'm not wearing shoes either. But you see this door? There's no way. There's no shot.
I can't believe he made a model house with like 4-foot doors. But okay, so I'm
like 2 inches. Sulfur. Come on. It's not a thing. I'm not sure.
I've totally forgotten what I was gonna say. Leave chat alone. So no, okay. I was gonna go back to Spelunky, and not your height.
Yes,
So from what I understand, you're gonna be playing Spelunky soon, huh?
I am. Let me share a story about last time I played Spelunky, because as of today, I have 3 hours in total played on record. And last time I played, I finally made it to Olmec.
Well, let's go.
And then he
That's not easy.
crushed me because I had these
literally
these green like glove things or whatever that like you could like stick to, the like Spidey gloves or whatever.
Yeah, the Spidey gloves. Yep.
Yeah, right. So you know what I'm talking about. Obviously being an established, Spidey gloves, right? And Olmec just fucking smashed me.
That'll happen, yeah.
And I took the controller and I fucking whipped it at the wall.
Yep.
Alt F4 and ended stream. And I was like, I'm never playing this game again. I would rather watch people do it. But because Spelunky 2 has been such an amazing community to be involved in, I feel like I owe it to them to make a full-fledged effort to try to play the game.
Sure. And I talk about it all the time. Like, I feel like Spelunky as a spectator sport is one of the greatest games I've ever seen. Because Chaz, even though you are well liked in the Spelunky community, at least in the circles I travel in, if you were to go on, like you're established.
Stay in those circles. Don't go outside of them.
A circle that doesn't appreciate ChazranTV is not a circle I want to be a part. I'm looking for like a circle pun that's not coming up. I should have another beer. So it's like, I think it's such a great spectator sport because it's so easy to pick up what's going on. Like anyone, even if you're doing it on your stream, if in people who've never seen Spelunky, they're like, oh, you're a little dude with a whip, and you fight a bet, and you get to open a treasure chest, and you throw a bomb, and you fight a boss, and it's always different, and it's always crazy, and every few seconds something insane happens, And every few minutes, like, something clippable that's hilarious happens. But it's tough, man. Are you sure you know what you're getting into?
No, but I love challenge runs. I don't know if you guys know this, but on Friday, this upcoming Friday,
yeah, I was gonna shill for you, but please.
I'm going to attempt to beat Hundun in 24 hours. I have 3 hours total of experience, so obviously the likelihood of me doing it is it's not looking too good.
I think it's possible.
I'm gonna stream it for 24 straight hours in hopes that I can take him down. And see if I can prove the gaming community that I'm a hardcore gamer. I've done challenge runs before, like I did. Are you familiar with Getting Over It? It's like a molding type platformer game.
Yeah, that, you're a dude in a bucket. You're a dude in a bucket, and then the creator of the game tells you how dumb you are for playing it.
Right. I think I did 2 streams. Yeah. And eventually I was so sick of playing it that I was like, you know what? I'm not going to end stream until I beat it. And like 11 hours later, I finally beat it.
Oh my Lord.
I was so proud, and I just remember just like this huge weight just being lifted off me. I'm like, yes, I can finally do other stuff. So I wanted to kind of give the same credit to Spelunky 2 and see if I can't pull it off. I may lower the bar. Maybe we can go for just like a Tiamat win. I don't know. We'll see how it goes on Friday. Like I said,
sure. I think it's
worth a shot.
I think it's certainly possible, and I would have more to say. I think it's possible. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, huh? So I mean, and that's cool. Obviously, to see you going in and playing the big game that I love, that so much of chat loves, that everybody loves. Everyone loves Lunky. And is that part of trying to branch out, get away from game show streams, or is it just you do what you feel like when it comes up, or like, do you have any goals in mind for where you're headed with your content? Like, any big plans, any huge things you'd love to do someday, any small goals? Like, what's the future at ChazranTV?
That's a great question.
That's like 8 questions, but
yeah, I know, right? It's like, here, answer this and this and this and that. No, I mean, I kind of just look at the month, see what I have available, see what's going on, see what collaborations I can do,
sure, and
go from there. So the nice part I love about just streaming in general is you can really do whatever you want. Mm-hmm. I mean, we've done. Let's see here, we did an Amazon stream where remember when they were giving out stimulus checks, right, for those in need in the U.S.
I've heard of them, yes.
Yes. So I got one for like a measly like $200. So what I did is I just took it and we did an Amazon stream where we rolled marbles, and whoever won got to choose what I had to purchase on Amazon. We spent like $200. And then I had a follow-up stream where we opened up all the stuff that I got. I've done a Pokemon hot sauce stream where I open up a box of Pokemon cards. Every time a holographic was pulled, I had to try different types of hot sauce. I've done You Laugh, You Lose challenges. I've done... I went to an arcade dressed like this and tried to win prizes.
Okay, all right.
I mean, I like doing the creative stuff just because it gets me excited. If I'm excited, if I'm having a good time, then people in chat are probably having a good time. So whatever comes to mind, whatever, really just whatever the big streamers are doing, and I can try to downscale it to to a smaller streamer environment.
Yeah, I mean, I suddenly want to steal all those ideas and just do what you do. But I mean,
I never want to get pigeonholed into doing just one thing. So like, that's why I have like so much respect for like people like you and Jess as well, because obviously, you know, a lot of your following, a lot of your fan base kind of, you know, came from Spelunky 2, but you've slowly kind of branched off and you're doing other things, right? I mean, you're rolling marbles, you're getting involved in events, you got Poison Talks on lockdown. You know, Jess plays a bunch of other games
the
as
first
well,
one,
like Undertale. I
months,
started playing a while ago, and I mean, that's the hardest part. I never want to get. That's why I'm always trying to do something new, because I never want to get pigeonholed or cornered into having to do one thing in order to have viewers, right?
Sure. I mean, it's
whatever comes to mind.
It's interesting you say that, because I feel like where you say pigeonholed, I say specializing in a particular brand of content. No, I think, like, for example, like some of my favorite bigger streamers, like Grand Pooh Bear comes to mind. If you know Pooh, he's he gained fame and notoriety as a Mario Brothers streamer, and if I see him live and he's playing like a new Mario World hack, awesome. And if I see him live and he's playing something else, it's like, who else is live? Oh, Carl Sagan's playing some Mario, and it's like, I feel like I feel like on the one hand, it's way easier to build a name for yourself and build a brand around one specific game, because I know for me that if I'm following someone and they're not doing the thing I'm following them for, I'm less likely to watch. But at the same time, then you have people like my personal hero, Germa985, and several other bigger variety streamers that no matter what they're...
Oh, you're a Germa fan?
Oh my god. Germa is the greatest entertainer.
Did you watch his Dollhouse stream?
Of course. Germa is the greatest entertainer on the internet, and you will not convince me otherwise. Period. Like, hard stop. I was one of his first 500 subscribers, you know, on YouTube.
Were you really?
No joke.
That's impressive.
Not even a humble brag. That's just a full brag. But still, like, I think you're right. If people are coming and watching you for you, and you get to do whatever you want, awesome. But it's so much harder. Like, I think of... Chat, picture your favorite big Spelunky streamer and compare their numbers when they're playing Spelunky to when they're playing Hollow Knight or an MMO or even Noita or anything else. And it's easy. I think it's easier to build up when you're known for one thing because people come in knowing what to expect. But I think if you can break into that I do whatever I want world, then you're better off in the long run. And it's cool that you've managed to build that from the very beginning. It says a lot about you as a creator, I think, that you're just entertaining no matter what you're doing. So.
I'm fortunate because I've built a platform that allows for a lot of networking opportunities, right?
Yeah.
Because obviously I'm involved in Spelunky 2 community. I'm involved in a like survival type gaming community that's has, you know, they play like The Forest and things like that. I have the Mario 64 community. I have a horror type game community. I'm just trying to be as involved as I can. One, because it's so hard to get streamers. If you're a streamer and you're watching this and you want to be on a game show, like seriously, just DM me. I don't care how big or how small you are. I just need people to be there. So if you ever wanted to be involved, you're more than welcome to. But that has really been what has carried my channel, because out of all the game show events, usually I might pick up maybe 1 or 2 community members along the way that will stick around. And they'll be like, hey, you know what? I love this variety type content. I don't care what you do. I'm gonna stick around. So whatever I'm doing, I'll have about 20 to 30 people there. And that's all I can really ask for, right? I only stream twice a week. Like, you have to stream way more than that and have enough variety to really see growth. And I've really pulled back because I realized that this is just a hobby, man. You know, I'm just having a good time with it. Love hanging out with people on the internet and you know, just trying to put together a show. Absolutely.
And that's something I always say about you. Like when I think of you or people, your name comes up, or when I throw in your wonderful chicken emotes in chat, it's like Chaz has this appearance that he has 1 million followers. Like that's the air you put off of being larger than life, and I feel like that's got to help with your networking, which I agree is one of the most important factors of seeing success on here.
I have a fun story to share really quick.
Please.
Not to cut you off. I feel so bad.
No, please.
When I did a 48-hour stream, because like I took some time off just because I had some family stuff going on. I'm sure you know about it. But there's one bit that I did where I actually walked from my house on my phone with an arcade dressed like this. And as we were walking through a Dick's Sporting Goods to get to the mall where the arcade actually was, a family pulled me aside and was like, "Oh my gosh, you look amazing. Can I stop and get a picture? Who are you?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's ChazranTV. You know, I got 1 million followers on Instagram." I told her she's got her fucking kids coming up, and I'm like,
"Sure."
Sorry. Oh, am I allowed to swear on this? Have I been swearing on this?
Yes, you have been quite a bit. It's okay with me. Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, just
I had my finger on the bleep button. I'm late every time.
But yeah, so I'm just like sitting there with her kids and everything, and like taking pictures with the wife and the dad. They're like,
"Oh, that's amazing!
My God, you're amazing, dude. We'll have to go follow you." I'm like, "Yeah, go check it out." And then I booked it.
That's fantastic. and you make it look so natural. The idea of networking, the fact that you do it in real life like that is even funnier to me. But I would love to run into you at like a mall or something and like, "Oh my God, everybody is ChazranTV," and like get people to pull over and they're like taking pictures. But
I was walking past one guy doing that stream. I was just on the street because like obviously when you do like a 48-hour stream, like you should get up and walk around. I'm not just gonna sit in my ass the entire time. And I was walking down the street and there was this Mexican guy like riding a motorcycle. And I had my phone pointed at me, and I saw him, and he was like smiling, you know, wind blowing his hair, just having the time of his life. And then I saw him, and I started waving, and his face went like, he was so disappointed. It was like I like ruined his day. It was like it was as if I like punched a small dial or like
you're just trying to mingle with the fans. Oh my God. Okay. It's hard to know how to help sometimes, Chaz.
Just a few stories. Sorry, I keep taking.
Oh man, no, that's
I'm mad ADHD.
It's we make a good team. No, I was. Time has been flying. We're already over half an hour in, so I'm not going to take up your whole night. But 1 or 2 more questions, then we'll get to viewer questions. Chat, you got anything you want to know? Toss it in chat or in the Discord. But the biggest thing, and one of the reasons that I think the idea of Poison Talks is so fascinating to me, as I said at the start, is because you get perspectives for what has given people success in building their own brand on the internet. You talk about networking, you talk about like keeping things entertaining and who you look up to. Is there any general advice you would give to someone who's like, I want to be just like ChazranTV when I grow up? Like, I want to do what you're doing. I want to have content like that, or just anyone who's trying to make a name for themselves on Twitch. What would you tell people who asked?
Watch other streamers. Seriously, I'm not saying it like from like a content like thief standpoint. I mean, get involved with different communities, like Spelunky 2. I'm sure many of you are already involved within the community, but you have to do it in a way that's not like annoying. You're not trying to go in there and self-promote yourself. That's really cringe. Like, don't go into someone's chat and be like, "Hey, I'm a streamer too." Like, no one cares. No one's gonna click on your link. Another thing that's really annoying to me is I'm sure everyone's Discord has this, but I have like a self promo like text channel where you like go promote yourself.
Sure.
And really, I think the full intention of that is to like use that as a way to promote maybe like a big event or something that you put a lot of time into, just to get it out there.
Sure.
But don't use that as a way to like say, "Hey, I'm going live. Hey, I'm going live every single day." Like, You know what I'm saying? It's
Shout out to Xanagy, your partnered streamer who
my...
posts every single one of his streams in my Discord.
Xana, you shouldn't be doing
Love
that.
You,
man.
Xana.
You got like 7,000 subscribers on YouTube. Stay in your lane. I love.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. He posts in my Discord and I click on it like, oh, Xana's streaming. but I get it.
There you go. The only people you're notifying when you do that is the person that owns the Discord. And let me tell you, it's annoying as fuck. Stop doing it. But long story, if you wanted to like get involved in a realm where it's kind of, I would call it like a just chatting, like a true variety style stream, just get to know other people. Put on big events, stream less, and put more time into your content. Like seriously, have something that you can showcase to the world that you're actually proud of. Don't just hit go live and expect people to come to your channel. Twitch is not a platform that's built for discoverability. You have to go out there and make a name for yourself, but do it in a way that's genuine and not like just trying to self-promote, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think that's excellent advice.
I guess that would be my advice.
Cool, man. Well,
what about you, Poison? What is your story? I feel like we should have like a reverse Poison Talks. I don't know if that's already been done or not, but like,
it actually was.
Because you came out of nowhere.
I kind of did,
for
right?
me personally. I mean, you obviously, Splunk 2 probably just knew because you blew up, but how I found out about you is through Jess. She was just like, hey, you got to check out this Poison guy. You got to get him on your game show. I'm like, all right, I'm down.
Well,
but where did you come from?
Jess has been huge for helping me get my name out there. And not just Jess, but I've been so incredibly lucky to have fallen into a community like Spelunky and have everyone be like, hey, check out Poison Type. I'll keep it all short because, for one, check out the Poison Talks link that Mindy put in chat. You can check out my reverse Poison Talks with Orion Heart because someone beat Chaz to it. But on my very first day of streaming ever, I streamed January 1st of this year, and my dear friend, my darling Adelaide, has like 10,000 Twitter followers, and we've been close friends for like 10 years. So on my very first stream, I thought I was going to go on and stream to like 2 or 3 people, right? And Adelaide tweeted at Derek Yu like, hey, my best friend is playing a video game. And Derek Yu is like, maybe check out Poison Type. So on my very first stream ever, about an hour into being on Twitch, I had 50 viewers, and I'm just like, hi everybody, I'm Poison Type. I'm playing Spelunky. I'm terrified. And then I died on Hundun after killing him in front of Derek Yu. So that really set the tone for my streaming career, was like basically pissing my pants in front of the creator of the game I'm playing.
That is amazing. And
then like a month later, Twiggle, huge shout out, said, Twigglesoft, my boo. Feel better soon, dude. He rated me with like 600 people like a month into my streaming career. And I'm just like, So I feel like I've just tripped headfirst into incredible luck because Spelunky is such an inclusive, amazing community, but also maybe Twiggle rated me because I used to go into his chat and give him a lot of money. Maybe Derek like came and noticed me because I like it took like some minimum things to going out and putting myself out there to begin with.
Here's a thought, Poison. Maybe you were meant to be discovered. Things happen for a reason. And you're crazy good at entertaining and building a community, man. You're natural at it. That's the best part about your stream, is that people just feel welcome. They have a good time, and it's just highly entertaining. So even though, sure, you got a couple of little boosts here, everyone gets those little boosts. And I think you took full advantage of it. And your channel shows for it, man. Cheers to you.
Someday, Chaz, I'll learn to take a compliment. Until then, let's get to some viewer questions. That's very kind of you to say. I give it like 80% luck, 20% hard work, and 3 or 4% Twiggle to add up to 103%. So
nice. Yeah.
So Noodlefishy would like to know, what else are you passionate about? What other stuff, like outside of streaming and game shows and stuff? What does Chaz like to do in his off time?
Yeah. No, I mean, so outside of Twitch, I'm actually a retirement plans consultant. I consult on large corporate 401k accounts. We help with review, monitoring, and selecting investment options in a plan. And then we provide employee education. Very passionate about that. It's a very rewarding experience. helping people of all ages save for retirement. People don't understand just how important it is. Did you know that the average couple in retirement, according to a study by Fidelity Investments in 2019, can expect to pay around $400,000 in out-of-pocket medical expenses that's not covered under Medicare's Part A, B, D, or supplemental? Meaning that you're going to have to pay that out of pocket. Comes out to about, $20,000 a year over the course of 20 years. But if you don't have substantial retirement savings, you're fucked.
Chad, can you imagine having ChazranTV come into your house and talk to you about? Did you know the average retiree spends breaking a keyboard over his head? Can you imagine? Jesus, Chaz,
There's people out there. I mean, people call me every single day during the week, asking for help on their retirement account.
I used to sell
them. Isn't that hilarious?
My Lord, I used to sell life insurance, Chaz. You're giving me PTSD flashbacks with your speech.
I could never do life insurance.
No, it's
life insurance. You're gambling on people's mortality. Okay, so good on you for getting out of it.
I'm done with the wig. It was a soulless job that almost destroyed me from the inside out. But whatever.
Hey, I get it, man. It's a good paycheck, though, I will say.
But retirement sounds a little better.
Outside of work, I would say, I don't know, very passionate about the outdoors. Do a lot of hiking and camping with my girlfriend, Milkshake, so I'm sure you guys have seen in chat.
Shout out to Sexy Milkshakes. She is sexy.
Sports.
And a milkshake.
Big sports guy. I go golfing a lot. Played baseball when I was younger. Played football as well. And then, I don't know, video games. I like watching shows. Been watching Succession on HBO Max. About to start watching, Squid Town on Apple TV. Have you heard of that?
I have not. Squid Town?
I just heard of it the other day, but everyone's raving about it. It's basically about this. It's kind of like a Black Mirror type show where they take this alternate reality where in some Asian country they put on a game show. Ironically enough.
Oh, okay.
But you can go on to the game show and participate, and if you win, the country will wipe out all of your debt. But if you lose, you die. But you don't know that you're going to die going into it. So when you show up on the game show thinking you're going to wipe out all your debt, there's a chance that you're going to die, and you don't find out until you're on the actual game show. So go check it out. Sounds freaking awesome. There's a few things I'm passionate about.
Okay.
I don't know. I have a wide variety of interests just because, a lot of my job too is sales. So I need to be informed about a variety of different things.
For sure. I want to invest in an IRA all of a sudden.
Yeah. An IRA, you can put away $6,500.
Okay, enough.
Pre-tax or
enough. So
we'll talk about it offline.
I'm gonna spend $6,000. Well, Terraman wants to know, what's the biggest hurdle you've had while streaming? What's been the toughest thing for you in building an audience or streaming or day-to-day? Anything stand out?
I think the hardest thing is everything I have to do offline to get myself to go on stream. Because, obviously I used to stream 3 days a week. Now I only stream 2 days a week. It's really helped me. But the amount of prep and time and effort and energy that goes into stream offline is longer and more labor intensive than when I'm actually live. So I'd say that's probably the hardest part about streaming for me, because, obviously I'm involved in a relationship with Milkshakes, and I want to, make sure we're out having fun and living our lives, because, video games and being on the internet and watching streams is great and all, but that's not my top priority. So at the end of the day, it's just a hobby. So I would say free time, investing my free time into streams is my biggest hurdle in stream.
And a great follow-up from Kezika. How do you handle it when things don't go the way you planned? Because as you and I said, we live in a scuffed world, and a lot of what we do is seat of the pants. We'll handle it when it comes to it. How do you cope?
You laugh. You laugh about it. Because at the end of the day, none of this matters, man. We're all just out here having fun, having a good time. Just laugh at yourself. When we had when we did the category stream, right? Obviously we ran into some issues with the tiebreaker.
I don't think I'd like to talk about that.
At the end of the day, kind of all I did was laugh it off. I'm like, that was so scuffed. That was so stupid.
Right. And
but it makes for good content at the end of the day. Like, it's, you know, scuff, you learn from it and you move on. Like, don't beat yourself up for it.
And another way we're kindred spirits is I have the exact same mentality in everything I do. Jess, less forgiving, but that's okay.
That's fine. That's fine. Jess will stand her ground. She's stone wall, and that's what I love about her. Jill, but if you're on her good side, she'll go to war with you. So.
There's
love
no
me some Jess.
She's one of the top 3 people I've ever known that I'd like to have in my corner at all times. Magnus Smash wants to know, what's the most efficient way to degrout your bathroom tiling?
A power washer.
Just bring one into your bathroom?
Yeah, you just go rent one at Home Depot, walk in there, and just power wash it. What an odd question. I saw Magnus streaming the other day. Yeah, dude, is he like your roommate?
Yeah, he's my IRL roommate.
Nice.
He
asked me, I always promote and say, like, hey, if you're a streamer and you want to be on the game show, like, DM me. It doesn't matter. He's like one of the only people to do that. So
I will no longer watch any of your content unless Magnus has like a guaranteed spot someday.
Of course he will.
Okay, then I'll continue watching.
Gladly.
Backhurts would like to know, what's the weirdest dream you've had? Because viewer questions, I'm allowed to ask whatever I want. This is my show.
So I was with Backhurt's mom the other day in my dream. And
oh
we'll just leave
no!
it there.
Okay, that's good enough. Luca the Jackal. Luca the Jackal has continued asking, what's your favorite Mario Party?
My favorite Mario Party? Oh, that's a hard one. Mario Party 3. I think that was just such a groundbreaking one because of the amount of mini games that you had, the colorful maps.
Was that the one where they were? Was that the one where they were like, you got different costumes for the first time? Like you could be like in a cowboy? No, that was 2.
Yeah, it was a gacha game. You could buy skins and everything.
Oh yeah, on the N64.
Hell yeah!
Oh, that's what the disc drive was. That had credit card slot.
That's what the Game Shark was for. It had preloaded skins on there that you could purchase.
How do you wear these mustaches? Like, actually, that's a question for me. This is not a viewer question.
It's not a viewer question?
I have been deeply unhappy wearing this the entire time.
When it starts like dangling off and falling, you just kind of embrace it because it's just good content.
I see. Evil Turnip wants to know, who do you main in Smash Brothers? This is a very important question to me, actually.
Which Smash Brothers? Follow-up question.
We'll say Ultimate because everyone's in it.
Marth. I'm a Marth player by heart.
Okay, now
YouTube King, such a baller.
Oh man, this could be like an hour conversation.
Oh boy, yeah, I'm familiar with Smash. My my prior roommate was very involved in the community. He was like a top. I think he placed like 20th or something like that. Top 20 when he was. They did like a tour or whatever, and he got like 20th or something. But that's aside the point. He was phenomenal at the game. He would just pound me at it.
Are we talking? Okay, now I have to ask, since you said Marth, melee or ultimate?
Oh, melee.
Okay.
Melee.
Okay, then I can respect it. Marth and ultimate is just, you're making your life more difficult for no reason. Marth and melee?
Is it really? I haven't played enough ultimates.
No, huge respect to Marth mates. Huge respect. Plorf, I don't want to hear it.
Melee Dan's game?
Seriously?
What?
Mods, get Plorf out of here. Plorf is no longer welcome here for the next 60 seconds.
Oh, he's just kidding. He's just kidding.
Okay,
let him free. Let him free. I bet you, is Libby a chat mod? I bet you.
Yeah.
I bet you he is. I almost said she. For like 5 months, I thought Libby was a girl, and then I got into a voice call with him, and I was like,
yeah. I made for the first month I made that joke until I found out he really didn't care for it, and then I was like, oh, my bad, dude. But huge shout outs to Libby. Probably the most active mod in my channel. Doge, you keep asking me to ask him the microwave question. What question am I supposed to ask you? Oh, Chaz, what's your favorite microwave meal? Like specific brand or flavor or both? Also, love you,
ham
Chaz.
And cheese. Thank you so much, Doge. Ham and cheese hot pockets. Quick, easy, convenient. You throw it in the microwave for 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Specifically, heats up the middle, and it's filling. Can't go wrong.
Makes sense. Cool. I mean, anything Stouffer's is like...
Stouffer's, yeah. I don't know. We did... But eventually you're going to get to an age where you don't have microwave dinners anymore. You actually spend time cooking food and meals together, because when you're with your significant other, it's like it's very important to be a part of that process.
Theoretically.
Theoretically, even though Milkshakes does literally all the cooking, I just sit in my fucking room and watch Twitch.
All right.
But I eat with her.
So a couple more, then we'll end it.
Okay.
Chad's freaking out for something. I don't know. What's your favorite Pop-Tart flavor? That's something that's very personal to me in my channel.
Pop-Tart flavor?
Yeah.
Wild berry. I like wild berry. I just like the design.
If I recall, wild berry was like S tier.
Yeah, I mean that was my favorite growing up. I don't really eat Pop-Tarts anymore. Again, how old do you think I am? Out of curiosity, how old do people in chat think I am?
Yeah, chat.
I know it's a tough one to gauge because of my slender physique and my chiseled abs, but
somewhere between
pretty close.
2 and 45.
Someone nailed it. So,
I'm thinking 27.
Hey, it's very kind, Poison, and that's why I came on the show.
How old are you, Chaz?
I guess we'll never know.
No,
but I will say that somebody hit the nail on the head.
Oh, so you're 69? No, Chaz,
Cat's out of the bag, guys.
I undershot a little bit because I think you're in your early 30s, but I would like to know, only because I am also rather old. So you tell and I'll tell.
Oh, interesting. I am 31.
Chet, look how old he is. Oh my god, I didn't know I was going to get you on Poison Talks. I should have got you on a radio interview.
I know, right? Yeah, you should hire me.
Chaz,
I am old, dude.
Chaz, I'm gonna be...
Which means I'm wiser and smarter than all of you fucks in chat, so you need to listen to me.
I'm going to be 35 in a couple weeks, so really, you got nothing to worry about.
Are you really? No way. You're aging like fine wine. I'm fucking aging like beer.
Listen, we're both doing just fine.
All right.
All right.
Here, man.
All right. One more question from me. Chaz, I'm running a marbles tournament in a little while, and I don't know what I'm doing. How do you get individual people to be in a race? Like, how do you curate who you want in a race? DM me afterwards. You don't have to answer now. So, the final question, the final two questions, because I like to end every interview with what I think are very interesting questions.
Sure.
What do you think has been your biggest mistake so far? Like, is there anything that stands out in your mind like, oh boy, I wish I could take that back, or I've learned from that a lot? Like, that's something that's, like, awesome that I can look back and grow from. Like, is there anything, any painful memories you'd like to dredge back up?
Streaming related?
Sure. Yeah. No, we're not going to get into, like, high school trauma.
Okay, I was just like, Jesus Christ, Poison. Okay.
Remember that time you got a swirly in front of your crush?
Okay,
like, no.
Streaming related, I would say caring about viewer count. Do not care about how many people are in your chat. If there's one person taking time out of their day to be there in your stream to watch what you're doing or what you're saying and to hang out, even if they're lurking, you should be grateful. All right. You should be grateful that they're taking that kind of time. So that took me a while, I think, to get used to, especially when I first started out, because you have that one stream where you pop off, right?
Sure.
Remember when I was talking about when I first hit double digits and I was like, yep. Oh my God, this is the bee's knees. This is what it's going to be like every single time. Not at all the case. So that was my biggest mistake, is I used to let viewer count get to my head to the point where it would impact my mood on stream and it would affect the content that I'm producing. So if there was one mistake I would make, it would say is caring about viewer count. If you really care that much, hide it. I used to cover it up with a sticky note on my computer because I use Streamlabs OBS and it's always full front and center.
That's excellent advice.
And I used to take a sticky note and I would cover it up because I didn't want to know how many people are there. I didn't want to care how many people were there. I just wanted to have a good time with people who took time out of their day to be there. So that was, I don't know, that's what I would share.
Great answer. And I was going to do one more question, but one more sneaking in because Ari has asked like 4 times. Got any music recommendations, man? What do you listen to?
Music recommendation? Oh, man, I listen to... I'm like one of those, plain white girls that drinks, pumpkin spice lattes and stuff here. But I do listen. I truly do listen to everything. If we're talking like electronic music, Madeon or Porter Robinson would be at the top of my recommendations. If you're going for metal, go check out like Periphery, Meshuggah.
Oh, Meshuggah.
If we're going for like indie alternative stuff. We listen to a lot of Haywyre. Haywyre is really good. Believe it or not, if you get past the Take Me to Church song, he has a ton of great music to listen to. We also listen to a lot of Bon Iver and
beautiful voice.
I think that really covers kind of the 3 genres that I listen to so far. I don't listen to country. I respect what they do, but it's just not my cup of tea. I think that covers the 3 main genres of things that I'm just listening to right now.
Good. Okay. Ari, you happy? I finally asked him. And the question I love to end with: what is there anything that stands out to you as what's your favorite stream moment so far? What has happened on the stream that you look back and every time you think of it, it's like, oh man. Is there anything you've made or anything that's happened naturally or any like game show moment? What's been like the thing you look back on like that I peaked?
Oh my gosh, my favorite stream. I think honestly the 48-hour stream in its entirety.
Oh
that was
God.
So amazing because I went through like a very traumatic like life event, which is what led me to take like a 2-month break. And when I came back, I came up with the stupid idea to do a 48-hour stream where I would play games, cook on stream, eat on stream, sleep on stream, walk around and exercise on stream. I think that entire experience was great. Peaking at like, I think at like one point I had like 300 something viewers in there. It was just an amazing experience. That's awesome. My peak so far.
But more to come, and I'm looking forward to whatever the future of ChazranTV is. Chaz, thank you so much for coming through. This has been a wonderful time. I can't believe it's been an hour already.
Has it really been an hour? That's crazy. Time flew once we kind of got into the meat and bones there.
Thank you for coming on and revitalizing my interview series. Chat, there's going to be more to come, but for now, let's not look to the future. Let's look to the present. And we have Chaz in front of us. And he is a hero, and I'm trying to type, but I can't see through my sunglasses and the beer. I'm trying to type shoutouts to ChazranTV. There it is. I beat Jess to it for once, maybe. Chaz, thank you for the gift subs.
Of course.
That's not.
Poison, I got one more thing for you. If you really want to end the show in some content, I got a guitar back here. I can play some non-copyright free. Wait. No.
Non-copyright free? Gonna play Take On Me?
I can get you fucking DMCA'd if you want.
Oh, Chaz, whatever if you want to play me a song to take us out, grab a guitar. Yes.
I will. I'll give you a little outro song to work with here. There you go, babe.
We either I or Jess put Chaz's thing in Twitch. Please follow this man. He's so good. He's so kind, and he's remarkably entertaining. And Chaz, we can. A lot of this isn't getting picked up by the mic, but this is. What we can hear is pretty good. I agree, right? Oh no, he's going hard and we can't hear a thing. Oh, this, you know what? Okay, when we put up the YouTube cut, I'm gonna put up something absolutely beautiful over this. Okay?
There you go. Hell yeah, brother. Poison, you're the man.
Thank you, Chaz.
Appreciate you being on here, brother. And, yeah, good luck with your marbles tournament. Homie.
No, seriously, thank you so much, Chaz. This is one of my favorite parts of being a streamer, is being able to interact with people like you. So everyone in chat, go and follow Chaz. I'm gonna take a short break before I go on to doing some marbles and ask Chaz exactly how to do it. But
awesome.
A pleasure and an honor, and I'll see you in chat, man.
Sounds good, brother. Good luck with your marbles tournament, and yeah, until next time, guys.
Until next time.
Peace. There you go, babe.
We either I or Jess put Chaz's thing in Twitch. Please follow this man. He's so good. He's so kind, and he's remarkably entertaining.
There you go. Hell yeah, brother.